I did not say there weren't enough police officials to arrest Mr. Kaula. I said I sent the warrant to Mr. Madlanga because whenever he goes to the pubs or places to have fun, he sees or he might see Mr. Kaula, and then he will effect the arrest or call the cops and show them the warrant so that they must arrest Mr. Kaula.
The moment you just watched marks the start of one of the most closely followed testimonies during the latest hearings of the Madlanga Commission. In this exchange, investigators begin questioning Sergeant Nkosi about his role and knowledge regarding the events currently under investigation. The commission, chaired by Mbuyiseli Madlanga, is examining allegations involving potential interference, questionable relationships, and the actions of individuals who may have been connected to the broader issues now being investigated. When witnesses like Sergeant Nkosi appear before the commission, the purpose is not only to hear their account, but also to test whether their statements align with other evidence already gathered. This is why the questioning often begins with seemingly straightforward explanations before gradually moving toward more detailed and specific issues.
On the 21st of March 2024 were 6 months before Mr. Madlanga had met Mr. Sibiya, General Sibiya?
Point of correction, Commissioner, I was not arranging for Mr. Sibiya to get in palace.
Sorry, you were not arranging?
For Mr. Sibiya to get the imbalance?
Well, we've been through that previously. What happened is you got a voice call forwarded to you by Mr. Madlanga on the 21st of March, asking for details as to where the impalas should be delivered. You then forwarded that voice note to General Sibiya, and you then received back saying it's from CAT.
This moment highlights a key focus of the Commission's investigation. One of the most important questions investigators are trying to answer is how decisions were made and who was responsible for giving certain instructions. When commissions of inquiry examine events involving state institutions, the chain of command becomes extremely important. Investigators want to determine whether actions taken by individuals were part of official procedures or whether those actions were influenced by external factors. That is why questions about instructions, orders, or directives often become central to testimony like this. Each response helps investigators build a clearer picture of how events unfolded.
So how much before 14 September 2024 would your first meeting with, would Mr. Madlanga's first meeting with General Sibiya have been?
I would say the Thanksgiving came after the meeting because of that is when I started to communicate more often with Mr. Madlanga after their first meeting that I was aware about.
But how often, how much before that meeting at SAP's headquarters how much before the Thanksgiving meeting would the meeting at SAP's headquarters have been?
I can't be exact.
Is it plausible that that meeting could have happened in September, and already on the 14th of September, General Sibiya was inviting Mr. Madlanga to a Thanksgiving celebration at his home?
There are possibilities that the meeting occurred before the month of September or in September, but I can confirm that the Thanksgiving came after the meeting.
Testimony about meetings and interactions often becomes one of the most revealing parts of any commission of inquiry. In many investigations, events rarely happen in isolation. Instead, they involve multiple people, discussions, and decisions made over time. When investigators ask witnesses about meetings, They're usually trying to reconstruct a timeline. They want to understand who was present, what was discussed, and whether any decisions were made that could explain the events now being investigated. This process allows the Commission to compare different accounts from different witnesses. If two people describe the same meeting differently, investigators can then look at other evidence, such as documents, phone records, or written communications to determine which account is more consistent with the facts. That is why these sections of testimony often become especially important. They help investigators move beyond general explanations and begin identifying specific moments where key decisions may have been made.
Witness F was never in my office. He was not working in my office. So can we take this evidence of General Sabia one step at a time? Let's start at the end where we've just picked up. 1263, he says you were never in his office, you weren't working in his office. Is that true or false?
That's false.
How often have you been in his office?
Many times, more than I can count.
And when he says, let's go back up a page, 1262. Commissioner Khumalo puts to you, on my arrival to General Sabia's office, I delivered Mr. Madlanga. Then General Sabia said to me, and he says that never happened. So he says you never delivered Mr. Madlanga to his office. Is that true or false?
That's false.
The testimony from Sergeant Nkosi represents another important step in the ongoing work of the Madlanga Commission. Each witness who appears before the inquiry contributes additional details that help investigators understand the sequence of events and the roles played by different individuals. As the hearings continue, the Commission will compare testimonies, review documentation, and examine whether the accounts presented by witnesses align with the broader body of evidence. The goal of this process is to establish a clear and factual record of what happened. And as more witnesses take the stand, the investigation may reveal further connections, explanations, or contradictions that will shape the Commission's final findings. For viewers following these developments closely, the testimony from Sergeant Nkosi offers another piece of the larger puzzle that the Madlanga Commission is working to solve.